Hi, welcome to lessonswithtroy.com. I'm Troy Brenningmeyer. Well, this is going to be volume number 4 of my pedal steel basics series for E9 tuned pedal steel guitar. And in this one, we're continuing on with what we've been learning in the last 3 volumes, and we're applying it to another song, my arrangement of the classic Christmas song Silent Night. And in this one, we're going to be using the same chord grips that we've been using for all 3 of the basic series, and we're going to be adding a couple new things, but we did touch upon them in volume 3, and that's our left knee lever. Now let me just preface this by saying on my particular pedal steel, when I push my left knee lever to the left, it raises my E strings by a half step, and when I push my left knee lever to the right, it actually lowers my E strings by a half step. So left knee lever left, I'm calling that LKL in the tablature. And once again, that raises my E strings by a half step. And left knee lever to the right, that's LKR, and that lowers my E strings by a half step. So if your steel, those levers don't do that, you might want to find which levers do that to your E strings so that we're all on the same page for this one. So we've got a couple pages of tablature, so go ahead and print it out. It looks like this. And go ahead and set it on a stand in front of you, and we'll get going here with Pedal Steel Basics volume number 4, learning Silent Night. Okay, so this first phrase, we're going to be up here on our 10th fret, and this is going to be the intro to the tune. So it sounds like this. Okay, and that covers measures 1, 2, and 3 of your tablature. Once again. Measures 1, 2, and 3 of your tablature. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to grab strings 5, 4, and 3, thumb, index, and middle. And what we're going to be doing is on our 10th fret to get a G chord here, which if you look in your tablature, this is going to be a G chord. We need to push down on our A and our B pedal. Now you could either do that, just push them down together, and then you're going to pluck your 4th and then your 5th string. Or if you wanted to make it a little bit more fancy, you can roll into that A. And that's what I do in the sample. Okay, so once again, we're on strings 5, 4, and 3. And then grab string 4, and then 5 with index to thumb. And roll it if you roll into that A if you want to make it a little bit more twangy. And then in measure 2, we go to our D chord, which D chord we're not pushing down on anything, no A or B pedals. So I'll just kind of move my foot out of the way so you can see. Okay, and as far as the strings that we're grabbing with the right hand, that's strings 6, 5, and 4. And then you're just going to slide that down from fret 10 to fret 8. Now what I kind of like to do, you know, you're supposed to have your ring and your pinky back behind your bar, you know, kind of muting out those strings. But if I move my ring back just a little bit, I can kind of see where I'm going. And I don't know if that would help you to do that, you know, otherwise you're kind of going blind just a little bit. And then lay the fingers back down. Just something small. Don't you know, worry too much with that, but you just want to slide real smooth and keep your bar real straight to the fret from 10 to 8, and then move it back to 10, and then you're going to grab strings 8, 6, and 5, and that's still with no pedals pushed down. We're still on our D chord there, and then we resolve it to the G chord. Remember, we're in the key of G 3/4 time, and we're grabbing strings 6, 5, and 4 there for that G chord, string 6, 5, and 4. So once again, now as you could tell, sometimes when I do these 3-string grabs, instead of just grabbing them just straight, sometimes You can roll them, and I do that a lot in my dobro and lap steel videos as well. Just thumb, index, middle, just a quick roll there. And that kind of kicks us off into the tune. And so when you resolve it to that G, that's no pedals pushed down. You're on your 3rd fret open, they call that, with no pedals. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to our next phrase now.